Well, Arsenal fans, Man United fans, Chelsea fans, Tottenham fans, Crystal Palace fans, for the first time, I'm seeing more like the Premier League fans generally, coming together to criticize or more like, blast a particular decisions made by the VAR between Newcastle and Arsenal this weekend. When you see teams go very, very hard to train, I've seen trainings of footballers, I've seen trainings of top professionals, and I can tell you that it is not an easy feat. This guy risks their life to, to give people joy and happiness. But we have some set of people who tell you that no, we will still make the decisions. For me, I think the decision by the VAR in the game between Newcastle and Arsenal is, I don't know, I won't say condemning, but it's a terrible one. And on this note, I welcome everyone to another exciting edition of Best of the Best Sports Show right here on the line. My name remains Ibukun Aluko, and I've got the guys right here. In fact, you see that they are not even talking because everyone is not happy with the fact that we can't.
I was just surprised.
Wait, but let me do this. Wait, you don't need power.
Seriously.
Wait, Farouk. I don't say my introduction is vex you, but anyways, Farouk is here. Farouk, how you doing? I'm waiting there.
On that note, I am welcome to the show. For me, I'm not everyone.
Wait.
I'm not everyone.
I know.
I'm seriously angry with Arteta.
Okay.
Why am I?
No, hold your thought. Let's bring you on that, guys. Brother,
I didn't have my brother. Good to be.
I know you. I've heard from you, and I saw some of your tweets, and I can see that you also condemn the decision.
Yeah. As much as I'm not an Arsenal fan,
okay, fine.
Just
fine. Izu, welcome to the show. What's good? I like your t-shirt. Nice. What designer is this?
I don't know. I don't know. I just picked t-shirt up this morning.
But it's nice. It's good. Well done. So guys, let's hit the ball rolling. Let's hit the bullseye with immediate effect. Farouk.
Yeah.
We started with the fact that the VAR decision made by I don't know who was the center referee for the game between Newcastle and Arsenal. We've seen decision being made in Premier League, and people say that the reason most of the English referees don't make it in international tournament is the fact that they are so inconsistent. In fact, someone said it's not even about being inconsistent. They are deliberately inconsistent. That game, would you say that, because there are 3 scenarios they played out in that one. The first scenario, the ball went out. The second scenario was the foul on Gabriel by Jolinton. Then the third scenario was if there was an offside. Farouk, out of those 3 scenarios, I can gladly tell you that I feel that the ball, even if the ball did not go out, but from the angle we saw, the ball went out, and there was an obvious foul on Gabriel Farouk.
Well, the Premier League just like to be very controversial naturally, because the VAR in its first stance should be making things very, very easy for referees to make those calls.
It's clear and obvious.
But right about now, it is becoming so controversial that you begin to wonder what exactly is the use of the VAR. The United game was a subjective offside. I've never had that in my life. That was the first time I had subjective offside. That is gone. But that of Arsenal is very, very, debatable. It's very, very conspicuous and also, dubious. But one thing I want to reiterate here is that as much as we know that perhaps it was the ball has crossed the line, perhaps there was an offside foul, which is still debatable. I don't like the way and manner Arsenal and Arteta, wife one, wait about, coming out to say as if it was like an agenda against Arsenal alone. This same incident happened to Liverpool a month ago. Arteta played it as if nothing happened. It was like sort of my business. It happens also to support the referee. But now coming out to make it as if is the reason why they have lost the league, is the reason why things are not going well for them. You guys have lost your first match of the season. Why? Fine. Controversially. But it was just too cold about condemning everybody condemning. We already know that the Premier League is always like that. But I don't support his comments.
Now, this is it. We've heard, PGMOL, or what's their name again?
Yeah.
I mean, PMOL. They come out to apologize. They've apologized, I think, 3 times already this season. And in the end, these games cannot be replayed. I remember when Klopp was saying that the only apology you can get is if it's possible, the game is replayed. You can't blame him because in the end, you're apologizing, but we lost the point.
Exactly.
Now, Farouk is saying another thing that whatever Arsenal have said, whatever Arteta have said, that is not just enough for you to, more like put a dagger on the old referee council in Premier League.
See, the truth is, I said I said it the last time. As long as there is a human interface attached to VAR, there will be more controversy in the future.
I don't
You understand? Now let me
It only happens in England.
It
only happens in England.
No.
Make
It
him
only
make
happens
the
in
point.
England. Let me make my point. The point
You
I'm
saw
trying
the
to
World
make
Cup now.
The
There was a
point
problem.
I'm
You can let's see if the decision is.
The point I'm trying to make is this, all right? If you take away the human side, and however technology will determine the degree where if the ball is off or is in outside the line, you understand, or not, just like goal line technology. You don't need a referee or an assistant referee to determine a goal line technology, because as soon as he crosses the line, the referee gets informed via his wristwatch. Do you understand what I'm saying? Exactly the way they should do it. That is the only way to eliminate this margin of error, +1, -1. You understand? It doesn't make sense. As far as I'm concerned, this is the highest robbery in football, in my opinion.
So now, the school of thought is, or one of the school of thought is, like Farouk can say that, as much as you fail to rob, you don't come out to criticize or sound as if you are the only one that suffered it. Me, I disagree with you.
You cannot beat a child and tell the child how to cry. All right? When you beat a child, the child deserves the right to cry. Do you get what Ateta did is what every other any other coach would do. They are lucky it's not even Mourinho. It would have been a different ball game altogether. You understand? So Ateta has the right to voice out, just like Klopp demanded for a replay of the match. That is Klopp's own of
telling them that
course that he disagrees with that decision. Ateta on his own played out his mind. So you cannot say, why should you come out and say no? You guys don't
get what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you don't have the right to come out and complain. Yeah. What I'm saying is that if you want to complain as well as the way the club did, then you should have supported the club the way you are doing now.
Farouk
it's making it look as if just about
it.
It is wrong.
But I have two things to say. Now,
wait, I want to ask you before you bring in your point. Now, apart from whether Ateta has been complaining, of which I said that for you to complain, you can only complain for yourself. You can't expect Ateta to be complaining for Crystal Palace or complain for Fulham. It's not possible. So now there are 3 scenarios that played out. Which one do you think should have been considered to rule out the goal?
The 3 of them. The ball went out. It was you saying I don't think you're being fair to us now when you say it's debatable. Nothing is debatable
It
about
it is.
It's not debatable. It's not debatable.
I've seen other pictures.
You cannot
that shows that the ball is on out.
You cannot be.
You saw it this
You
one as
cannot
well too.
leave Photoshop for Photoshop people. When we watch the ball, I said before, football is eye test. When we watched that game, everybody was saying, even if VAR playback, the ball had gone out. You cannot be in the 60-yard box and push somebody with your 2 hands extended and say it's not a foul. I heard some pundits say Gabriel should have been stronger there. You are trying to defend. You are probably backpedaling. How is that able to support your weight? You pushed him. Gordon was offside. So out of these 3, VAR did not catch one. I think it's very ridiculous. If the system is in place so that, obtaining decisions will be a lot easier over time. And they brought the system there so that people will not have errors like this. So that's ridiculous now that the system is the one causing the said errors. Now last one. Why did I agree with you is, a couple of weeks ago, I watched the press conference of Ateta, and they asked him, what do you have to say about the VAR controversy so far this season? He said, and I quote, they are trying. At some point, we need to offer them support. You cannot say that when other people are. Understand that you cannot cry for everybody, but you cannot be political like that.
And
then come back a couple of weeks.
I'm not saying she don't complain. The way a man I
understand that it's paid, but
it's a disgrace.
This thing is officials. It has always been officials against the club. There's no reason why you cannot fight anybody's battle. If they ask you, make it clear as day that you don't like the way, because this thing will touch everybody.
Because
it will touch everybody.
Because as much as I don't want to be too involved in this whole thing, I feel that Yeah, there were 3 scenarios, but I think the one we can easily say that, oh, this is it. The ball going out, I feel if there was the technology can tell us it didn't go out. You get the offside. I think they can still say it wasn't offside. But please play the replay of it. This is an obvious push. Now you are pushing.
Soft according to the referee.
What is soft about that tackle?
No, wait.
How is that soft?
Honestly,
how is that soft?
It is soft. It's not soft. Gabriel was already going down.
No.
Was never going to win the ball.
How was he going down?
That was the first thing the referee would check. The VAR, it was never going to win the ball. It was never going to win the ball. You can see, it was never going to win the ball. And it was already going to the floor.
Was never going. Was there a push or not, Farouk?
Wasn't there an obvious push?
What is that? Wasn't an obvious push?
You know what obvious foul?
What's the meaning of the? Why are you saying that?
You know what thing? I promise you that doing it because of this season. You would have a reason.
I've had severally. See, against Tottenham was the penalty. I don't care about this shit again because it is like a bitter leaf. They will serve you round. You have your day.
I know. See,
I know.
We've suffered. If you are
complaining about all of this, that means that you're not ready for the Premier League.
What is your
all this is a bitter league.
But there's no reason why.
Go test her.
There's no reason why a league as big as the Premier League should be having issues like this.
Hold on. Sorry, Farouk. See, they say that. When you are doing something, you should do it. It should be worth it.
Yeah.
You get. We call Premier League,
the best league in the world.
The best league in the world.
And with this
now, apart from
this is why.
Hold on, Farouk. You see it as content, but a lot of like I said, a lot of these players train hard. So now let me tell you, people invest a lot in this league.
Yeah.
And it seems as if the league is being sold out the way it is now. Because you cannot have something. Now, we said they should bring in VAR because there are clear and obvious error that was being overlooked in real time by referees.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought in VAR. The VAR guys took about close to 5 minutes or 4 minutes.
To examine it.
I think it was close to 5 minutes.
Yes.
For that decision to be made. Are you telling me that, Farouk, be honest,
mm-hmm.
Are you telling me that out of those 3 scenarios, there wasn't even one that was justified enough to rule out that goal?
I said it here first, that I feel that goal shouldn't have been counted.
So what point are you making?
What I'm saying is that the bitterness of Arteta is
but when
are you telling me
everyone doesn't
Havertz should have gotten the red card in that match as well? Did he complain about that?
Actually.
Did he complain about that? So it's one-sided. Everybody, they fight for themselves. But the way I'm you are fighting is what I don't like. Don't make us see it's all about you.
I'm not saying Arsenal. I'm not favoring Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan.
I'm not an Arsenal fan.
I'm telling you that
you're an Arsenal fan.
I'm not an Arsenal fan.
To pieces.
No.
You like them to pick up pieces.
You like them. This is the point. I am not an Arsenal fan. However, when you see an injustice, you need to call it out. No matter the situation, see, in fact, there is no reason whatsoever to allow that goal to stand. It is unacceptable, totally unacceptable across the football world. I don't think every human...
He counted. That's why they have 3 points.
Now, when you look at the 3 points, okay, like you rightly stated, IBK, I can excuse them that, there is an angle that you look at.
City against Fulham.
Excuse me. There is an angle you look at.
Also offside. They didn't call it.
I can excuse the referee or the VAR that, there is an angle you look at it from and the ball will still be on the line that you understand, are not seeing. Okay, agreed. I can also forgive them that, what's that word they use for the ruling out the offside aspect, alright? That's number 2. But the obvious push, in fact, there was a handball. There was a contestable handball that ball fell on Jolinton's hand. Do you understand? So there were so many pointers to have ruled out that game, that goal, to be honest with you. You understand? So for whatever reason, they allowed that goal to stand. If it is for content like Farouk rightly created, it is a very wrong content.
You guys don't get it.
And it is destroying the image of EPL, to be honest.
We'll start finishing up on this one. So in the end, now we've seen a problem that needs to be solved. we were saying that Anthony Taylor has been demoted to the championship, I think, for a week. But is demotion really the right way to punish referees? Izu?
The thing is, you have to start from the very top. The current head of the officials in the Premier League is Howard Webb, and during his career, I understand that he's a very decorated and respected ref and all of that. But during his time as an official as well, he made a lot of controversial calls. So now it's funny that this season where he's in charge of the referees in England,
You are now seeing worse.
there's a lot of, they've apologized more than 4 times.
In just how many weeks?
Do you get? So I think that there is a very big question mark on what exactly is he doing? Because he came first of all and said that if a player is down injured, yeah, see, there are a lot of rules that have changed in the Premier League that don't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm fouled. I'm clearly injured. I have to go out for treatment. And you're telling me that because I was unfortunate to get injured, I have to be outside for 30 seconds. Rules like that don't make sense. You say, okay, look at the Havertz foul on, I think it was Longstaff, or I can't remember when. I think Longstaff. Havertz got a yellow card when all of us, that one is a bit debatable. You can say, okay, it was not his leading foot and all of that. But then Newcastle players trying to say, ref, this is not fair. Whatever has been happening. They gave them 3 yellow cards. And
That's the rule. That's the rule.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That one suited.
This man,
He suited Arteta. I didn't complain about that.
see,
If
his
you don't
job, his job has been.
No, my question is, my question
That's
is,
what I'm
The
telling you.
only solution,
okay.
the only solution to this problem, and like I keep saying it, is to remove that human angle.
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
It
It's
is
not possible.
possible.
It's not possible.
Hold on.
When you say it's not possible, once upon a time, before goal line, once upon a time, before goal line technology came into play, you understand? We were having such controversies as well. Goal line technology came up, and he solved it once and for all. However, this is technology we are talking about. However, they will insert the angles or the cameras or whatever to pick whatever technology that will
But
solve
you know
that.
these things are very expensive.
Of course, EPL has money.
This is
How
at the
end of
expensive?
the day,
Excuse me.
all this-
How expensive will it be that
It's
EPL
not
can
wrong.
afford
And
that?
you are taking away
is-
job
IBK.
opportunities.
No, when you're
IBK.
saying
It's not about job opportunity. That means that
about
you are not talking
Excuse
about
me.
to robots completely.
That is it.
You can't.
If you are
That means I
talking
don't
about-
need the referee again as
If you
well.
are talking about
That means we don't need the
job,
referee again.
job losses and all of that, that means you are still open to such controversies in the future.
Roy, my
But
friend,
is
I
it
tell you,
this
it's not
controversy,
possible.
is it
That means that we want
is it
to
what's
be
bringing
robotic.
is it what's bringing in machines?
Not
to
even that.
carry-
That is going to cross now. See the ball now.
I don't
This
think
is
it should
out.
be- I don't think it should be completely automated.
How is
My-
this one not
my-
out?
my-
It's not how
my
to
own
see
is-
it now.
see
Look at
one.
the angle of
This-
elevation of the ball.
This when clubs
England
when
get
clubs
one. They say subjective offside. My
Come on,
God.
abeg.
when clubs drop
Just
points,
finish up.
when clubs drop points because of decisions like this, it's very painful.
Very.
You can tell that Tata was really hot. Forget the Havertz, whatever.
Do you
He
remember?
was really
Do you
hot.
remember
And
the
that-
Rebels goal against United in
See,
2009?
I understand
Did you?
that. I understand that it has
Did
happened
you?
over and over and over.
So let's
again.
just move
But
on.
my own is, if these refs are going to make these clubs lose like that,
So
then they have to pay they have to pay.
well, Premier League, like Farouk said, I think they love the controversy. They love the fact that people talk about.
But it's destroying the
league.
image of the
Well,
league.
well,
See,
no,
Premier League
a
na
lot- a lot-
content.
a lot
See,
of
Premier
people
League na
think,
content
of course,
creator.
it's
But
destroying
I
the
think
image of the league.
for me,
Now for your face. Go
Hold
see
on,
watch am
guys.
next week.
Hold on,
my
guys.
face.
We go
Hold on,
see
guys.
watch am next week.
Next
Yeah,
time
because that's
today.
the most popular league.
Okay.
We go watch am
Now
today.
to Chelsea. Funny, you are recording on a Monday morning when we have Chelsea play later today. But anyways, let's talk about Man City against Bournemouth. Very quick one on that one. It ended 6-1. I knew that was going to be a high scoring game. So let's see the distance. So I thought it was going to be a high scoring game. I knew that it was going to be I was even thinking it was going to be 5-0 or thereabout. But one man, it's a debate now. Just a quick one we do because we still have a lot to talk about. Doku Grealish. What do you think should start? I asked this thing the other time, but it seems I think people are beginning to get the clear picture.
I was the only one
Doku
that
Grealish.
picked Doku.
At the,
We also pick Doku
at the
as
moment,
well.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Doku.
So no one picked Grealish.
I did.
What
I
does
did.
what does Grealish bring to the table compared to Doku?
In a bad
See.
foul.
See, Grealish was a key part last season. They won the Champions League, FA Cup and the treble. This guy is just coming as a new player.
Grealish didn't start well this season. Like I've always believed. See, even me, we're saying I one leg they use for football. If I get coached well by Pep, I will walk into that system and start balling. This guy
that's absolutely not correct.
It is.
Farouk,
No, that's
I was saying this
this
Farouk,
Farouk,
you are
Farouk.
changing the whole topic. Who do you think is
presently on current form.
start? Not on current form. Who do you think when you start this guy, you are going to
It's
get
about
results?
current form. Like, there was a time this guy was not starting as well. Phil Foden was starting ahead of so many players. He dropped form. Silva started starting. So it's going to rotate.
So,
That's what's about Pep. Nobody's a
anyways,
starter.
I think
If
for
you're
me,
on form, you play.
I was saying that when I watched Jeremy Doku, was he at the Euros or with Belgium? I said someone needs to get this guy. I was very surprised. Anyways, away from Man City against Bournemouth, Fulham against Man United ended 1-0. 10 minutes go, and who else could step up if not Bruno Fernandes, Captain Bruno Fernandes? When he was given the armband, a lot of people criticized, but it seems he's beginning to show that he's also a leader on the field of play for Man United. Anything to talk about that? I think it was expected that it was going to be a tough game for Man United.
I think we should also give Harry, as much as we have criticized Harry
Maguire, yeah, he
I think we
stepped
should
up a
give
lot.
him credit. Yeah, exactly. We should give him credit for his recent performances. He has stepped up his game a little bit. You understand? So let's not.
What about Andre Onana?
Yeah, Onana too. Onana has actually stepped up his game as well. You understand? So these are the two guys that we need to actually.
So there was something that came out concerning Rashford, clubbing and going
he
to
went
party and after the game. And this guy defended Ten Hag, but before the game, they said he wasn't part of the squad because of fitness. Do you think there was something?
Obviously, I feel like him not playing was some sort of punishment. Everybody knows that.
But he didn't want to.
Everybody knows that disciplinarian and continue disciplining them.
He did it last season. I think he openly criticized Rashford last season, so maybe he didn't want to do it again.
I think he's starting to learn from the issues. Maya has been in the media a lot
Exactly.
recently. So I think it's very nice to see that he has learned from that and he's trying to avoid, the best you can do is have assumptions. Rashford did not start because Ten Hag is angry.
Yeah.
But he has not come out to say, as normal Ten Hag would have said, okay, this is why ahead. So he's trying to avoid the media battles and just focus on playing football.
So a struggling Luton Town side, in fact, they were just some minutes to claim a very infamous victory against Liverpool. If I had been told to predict that game way before that game, I'd put all my fortune on Liverpool. I'd probably sell even my car on Liverpool. That's show you I'll have been in my village after the game. Farouk, what happened in that game? I saw some ex-players, for Luton Town. I saw Andy Townsend. I saw what's this guy, Marvelous Makamba, but what's his name again? I saw Ross Barkley, Now it seems they are beginning to set into the Premier League, The Premier League looked as if it was way beyond them. Now they played, in fact, one of the teams that are tipped to win the Premier League this season. Now, is this something to be happy about for Luton Town? Can they rely on this and keep pushing?
I think the best way to survive in the Premier League is just to make sure that you keep your own form. Because you are not certain of beating any team on the road when you are in Luton Town. And for me, it was a very good performance against Liverpool on the day. It shows that they fight well, they will get results. Although Liverpool was also terrible on the day, except for Nunes as well as Diaz, what a very great game on the day. But for me, Luton will always, try and fight at home. But I feel that Liverpool was just not good on the day because I felt it was a no-brainer. Liverpool should win this 10 out of 10. But unfortunately, you just couldn't hold on. That's why we call it the Premier League. Anything can happen at any point in time.
That's not why we call it Premier League. Even other leagues too. We see ourselves. You saw Real Madrid this weekend.
I'm telling you.
Real Madrid, they couldn't score a goal. You get so. Barcelona scored 9 minutes.
You're bashing
Farouk, there are also actions in other leagues. So stop hyping your league.
Oh, Premier League that is number one. You all know that.
In Italy, I think Juventus won away from home. Yes, Juventus won away from home. And let's go straight to the UEFA Champions League for this week. Dortmund against Newcastle, AC Milan against PSG, Shakhtar against Barcelona, Arsenal, Sevilla, Copenhagen. Okay, I think it's a reverse picture of match day 3. And so let's just dissect it now. I want us, be like that last time when I go put money for waiting all of now talk for years. They chop me raw. They chop my money out of 25 open bets. As I open, I see what is cash. I say, Roy, don't give me wrong code. Okay, guys, you're talking about, well, betting is part of the game anyways. But let's start off with Dortmund against Newcastle. And let me start with Izu. The reverse fixtures last 2 weeks, no one would have put their money on Dortmund to even get a draw at St. James Park, talk less of getting a win. Now, Newcastle are coming to Signal Iduna Park, one of the parks I know that, except if you are not Bayern, you get. I think it's only Bayern that goes there and, whatever they want to do, they do it there. But in the Champions League night at Signal Iduna Park, you know what to expect. Newcastle on the foot of, beating us now. Are you expecting if Newcastle should, I feel is a surprise, but are you expecting an upset in that one against Dortmund?
It's very possible because I know you said that Bayern is the only team that can go to the Signal Iduna Park, and I think it just happened this weekend, Seth.
In fact, this weekend.
They went there and they walloped them 4-0 to nothing, you get. So there's that, but Newcastle are also coming on the back of a very maybe controversial. They shall won against Arsenal, you get. And they played well. It was not like they played badly, you get. So I feel like the game is very open. Anything can happen there. I know Dortmund don't have that feel about them this season, make you look like, they can hold their own even in their home. So I think it's a very open game. If Newcastle should go there and do, I think Newcastle can go there and win.
Your predictions for Dortmund?
Over 1.5.
Over 1.5. I don't do the bet.
I'm sure
a draw. Okay.
I see a good score.
AC Milan against PSG. San Siro. Let's come to Roy. You remember what happened at Parc des Princes? It was total whitewash.
Yeah.
And it seems Pioli is under immense pressure.
Yeah.
They lost this weekend again. And this is a man who won the league for them, and it looks as if he was going to change the whole fortune for AC Milan.
If the annoying part of it is that they won the league with old players, and currently they have new
fresh
legs, young players, and they are doing badly.
No, those legs look fresh like that.
No,
can they surprise Paris Saint-Germain?
I don't think so. It's
your prediction?
So my prediction, I see PSG winning, edging them.
PSG going to San Siro to win?
Yeah, 2-1. I say 2-1.
Okay.
I think PSG will beat them comfortably. I've said it
at San Siro.
I've said it before. There's nothing about AC Milan this season that gives you that confidence that these guys can hold their own on the best of days. They look very. There's this suicidal look about them. They're up today, they're down tomorrow. Imagine losing at the same San Siro to Udinese. So nothing about that game inspires confidence going into this game against PSG. Okay, so PSG can go there and win.
And they are scoreless in the Champions League this season, AC Milan. So I feel that
they've not scored any goals.
Exactly.
So I think PSG will just get that one back.
So will they finally score against PSG?
Scoring doesn't matter. They should win, but I think PSG will.
As AC Milan over 0.5, how many odds is that? My punter here. So Shakhtar Donetsk against Barcelona. The first leg was, I think, Barca won that.
Yeah.
Now going to Ukraine, I think. So what should we be expecting from Barca?
Barca will always be Barca in Champions League. However, you don't playing in Ukraine is not. Shakhtar is they're very strong at home.
They've known to be dogged.
That's what I'm saying.
Very difficult to break down. A team with good energy.
Exactly. You understand, especially at home. So it will be a very tough one for Barca, but I'm very sure they will come up tops.
Your predictions?
I see a 2-0.
What about you?
I think Barca should win. It may be difficult, but they should be able to get results.
Farouk, away from home for Barca?
The next to win this match. Yeah.
Shakhtar the next to win.
Very difficult place to play.
Okay.
And Barcelona not even scoring.
I'll put my money on Shakhtar the next to win as well. As Farouk has said. Arsenal against Sevilla. The reverse fixture, what was it?
1-1.
No.
Arsenal won 2-1.
Arsenal won 2-1.
Arsenal won at Ramon Sanchez Stadium.
Yeah.
You are familiar with what Arsenal will bring to the table. Now that they know that, the group is wide open now. They've lost to Lens, and now they know that Sevilla wants, as much as we feel that Sevilla wants to go back to the Europa League, but I still feel they want to give in their all. Any easy win for Arsenal against Sevilla?
On Arsenal's best day, they would edge past Sevilla, but the problem with them right now...
At the Emirates Stadium.
The problem with them right now is Odegaard is not exactly fit. Saka is not playing the best football of his life right now. I don't think.
I don't know. They said he's still struggling with injuries. I don't know how true that is.
Jesus was the one who inspired the win against Sevilla in the reverse fixture. It was individual brilliance from him and Martinelli that won them the game. So when you look at all of this and you factor in the players that Arsenal would likely field, what they've played in like the past couple of weeks, they don't inspire much confidence. I'm sorry. I know it's the Emirates and it should be in their favor, but if they are not careful, if they give Sevilla a chance to grow into the game, they just might get beaten at home.
Okay, they might get your predictions. Arsenal, Sevilla.
I don't know. It's an open
Who wins that?
It's an open game. Whoever one of them, whoever takes charge of the game.
Just hit the ball on bullseye. Who wins that?
I'm not Arsenal. It's the Emirates.
Arsenal to
I'll give
win.
it to them.
Okay,
Arsenal,
so for
Sevilla, who wins that?
yeah, for me, Sevilla is a very strong side. They bring up surprises when you least expect it. That's the gospel truth. All right. So, and considering the fact that Arsenal is if they are coming from a psychological trauma, considering what happened against Newcastle.
Yeah.
So if it is not properly managed, it may affect them.
That's you know why I'm scared for Newcastle and Arsenal. I think the energy they put into that fixture was a lot. I hope they can recover,
Especially Arsenal. They were battered in that midfield.
I hope they can recover anyway.
So that's what I'm trying to say. And from what my brother here said, you understand. If you look at that Newcastle game, the reason why they lost the midfield battle was because Odegaard wasn't really. He didn't come to the game. Now Partey is not playing. Partey is still out.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's just Rice, probably Jorginho and Odegaard. You understand? Jorginho is not the Jorginho of Chelsea and all of that. You understand? So you realize that they are not as strong as they were when they started.
But will Arsenal win? Or Sevilla will get it? Okay, Farouk, what about you?
So all this analysis now, we are still going to Arsenal will win.
Farouk, quick on.
Arsenal to win at the Emirates.
Arsenal to win at the Emirates. Okay. Man United will be going to Denmark. This also.
I like what I started with him.
And
I really respect that.
The reverse fixture,
I started with him.
United won that thanks to Onana. I think that last minute.
United won.
They won that one now. Yeah, 1-0. I think. Yeah. I said that Onana's penalty.
May not be the last 3 points, yeah.
But now you are going to Denmark. One thing about Copenhagen is they've been in Champions League for a while. They have, fantastic experience. And now when you are at Denmark, you know what to expect, the weather and the rest. But Man United, they have enough quality to go all the way to win that one. Or maybe a draw is fair enough.
If you look at Manchester United, their season began over the weekend. I can assure you.
Your own season, they always begin over. Once you don't win one game,
I don't know how they're going to do it.
If your season began over the weekend,
United will win this match. I don't need to analyze.
They will go to Denmark to win.
We should just trust you.
Let me be honest with you. If you watch the reverse match, you understand?
Yeah.
They played better than Man U. Man U was just fortunate. No. I'm not trying to bant here. All right. Okay. If you want to be sincere to yourself as a footballer,
so I think they could have gotten something.
Oh yes, of course. They missed their chances. If they had taken their chances, they would have buried.
So this now that they are.
I see them coming out tops comfortably. They win Man U.
Comfortably.
Should we put something on?
How many odds?
I want your money to again.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah,
I want your money just like
So how much are you putting?
Oh yeah,
let's start now.
Who is to win?
Copenhagen to win.
Man U will win. I don't know whether you said comfortably. See, there's a
no.
Farouk,
don't forget the grammar.
Draw no bet. Any win.
Draw no bet.
No, I'm playing away.
There is no bet.
I'm playing away now. United is playing away.
Farouk, is Man United winning?
Okay, Man U is to.
No. You can't do win or draw for Man U.
Man U to win.
Man U to win, yes. Copenhagen to win. So how much are you putting on this?
Let him start.
Any amount I'm willing.
Any amount? 100k?
I don't get 100k. I don't get that
See, man. Now, they say when you drop 100k, you say you don't get. So you don't trust your team.
Put your money where your mouth.
Yeah, you don't even trust your team.
So, no.
Man U to win.
Jokes apart.
What about you?
Copenhagen should win. If they win.
I don't say anything that makes you feel like Man U will win.
Double
If what? If United should win.
He said he's going to give me 10k.
If Copenhagen gets to win.
He's going to give me 10k. If Man U should, I'll give him 5k.
No, nine years supposed to add safe.
Away. It's
Man U now. 9 years supposed to add.
Man U know Sabi now.
Okay, so 5k is at stake.
Yeah, 5k is at stake.
Okay, no problem. So, by God's grace, God's willing, Monday, next week, we'll be doing another transfer. God will allow draw happen. One person must do transfer. Okay, guys, I think that's for this week's Champions League. And let's talk about some. In fact, we've not been talking much about other sports, but this time around, I said that we have to cover the NBAs. I'm a fan of Milwaukee Bucks. Thanks to Giannis. I think every Nigerian easily knows Milwaukee Bucks. They know what it means to Giannis Antetokounmpo. And this time around, the NBA season is back, and I'll just give Farouk to put us through what's be happening in the NBAs, the teams that are in the West, the teams that are in the East, and let's see what happens in that one, Farouk.
Well, it's been very interesting, honestly. A lot of happened.
I know be really NBA fan, but
I know a lot happened before the season started. A lot of players moving left, right, and center. In fact, a player just moved last week talking about James Harden, who refused to train with the Philadelphia 76ers.
James Harden has been in the news for a while. How old is he?
He's in his 30s now. I think 23 or 24. That's his age now, but fantastic player.
Basketball age.
Former no. Those guys don't do basketball age out there. That's their age because you can always track where they were born and their progress from when they have been playing. But James Harden, a former MVP of the league, fantastic player anytime, very terrific shooter any day, anytime from beyond the arc. But his problem is that he wants to be the center player everywhere he plays. He was playing currently.
And he doesn't have a ring.
Doesn't have a ring. Rather has a lot of rings now, if that's what you're saying. So
no, I mean, always want to be the center of this thing.
Ronaldo will be the center any day, anytime.
Harden too will be the center any day, anytime.
No. It can't be because there are a lot of players that can also rival with him. But having said that, he has joined up with the LA Clippers right about now. I'm sure he's going to add a lot to that team. They've got players like Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, former MVP twice. Once with Spurs, another one with Toronto Raptors. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. And they also have a fantastic player, Paul George, who for me deserves to win a ring, but is yet to. So that's one of the best teams in the West. But talking about the overall best team, I think that will go all the way from the Western Conference. I still feel that the defending champion, never get led by Nikola Jokic, who also won the MVP for the postseason in last season against Boston Celtics, will also do a lot this season. But if you look all through the league, the West is always the best as far as NBA is concerned. For the last 13 years, they have won it 10 times, showing that the West always have better team than the East.
Any of this from Giannis?
It's just the recent for the Bucks team.
Yeah.
Anybody who follows them will be excited to see the partnership that is starting to form between Giannis and Damian Lillard. You get
absolutely.
And I think one thing the Bucks have lacked over time is when the game is down to the wire, somebody who can hold the basketball and make baskets when even when the pressure is at the highest. And I think that's something Lillard will bring to the team. I was very angry when I was mad at him for staying loyal to what's this team I think Portland Trail Blazers. That's him. That's the team he got traded from. I think he stayed there way too much. He should have left Rip City a long time ago. It's nice to see that now he's ready to go out there and compete for a ring. Now, when you said Harden will add a lot to the Clippers team, you mentioned Kawhi. He has won with the Raptors before. Yeah. There's Paul George, who I believe is a very good basketball player.
Absolutely.
But somebody in that team doesn't necessarily inspire confidence for me is Westbrook.
Of course.
I don't see him as a player who will give you so much in the offseason. Because when this playoff run starts, he just doesn't come to the party. The only time I'll say maybe, okay, Westbrook gave it his all was it the Lakers team that won?
It wasn't the Lakers team.
It was the Lakers that won with LeBron. So I don't think he has ever...
Is what's the league table like?
Well, so far, the Boston Celtics are yet to be defeated in the Eastern Conference. They've won all of their games so far, so good. They never get 6-1. They played 7. They've won 6, lost just 1. So is Dallas Mavericks led by Luka Doncic, who's also having a very good season. They've won 6 out of 7. So it's still early days though, but I know that the early play sectors will always be the Milwaukee Bucks from the West and from the East, Boston Celtics from the East as well.
But quick question for you. What do you think about the Golden State Warriors right now?
I think, other than experience, the Golden State Warriors know exactly what to do. They've been in this position so many times. They will be fine. They've added Chris Paul, a ball handler that can do the needful when Steph Curry is under pressure.
But don't you think Chris Paul is way past his prime?
Who?
Chris
Chris
Paul.
Paul.
He is, but the last game I saw one of his games. This guy had double, was averaging over 11 assists in the game. And also
Double. Westbrook was averaging triple-double. He had like 15 on the bounce.
It's about game
And
management.
his lights went
The
off.
difference between Russell Westbrook
If I
and Chris
leave
Paul.
it,
And Chris Paul is that
2 hours.
it's about Chris Paul and Westbrook is that Westbrook would waste and also do a lot of turnovers. And what his decision at the 9 minutes of the game is always terrible. While for Chris Paul, if you want a guy to see out the game for you, with his handles, with the game management, that guy has to be Chris Paul. Unfortunately, he's just to win the ring. But I think that with the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, my only problem at Golden State Warriors is that Klay Thompson is not the Klay of the past. When you can rely him to drop 25 points every night. Now, he will play quite well in 2 games. The next 3 games, he's struggling. So
what match day are they on now?
Well, I think it's still days. They are yet to play 10 games in the NBA right about now. So it is gradually taking shape. And we're having 82 games in this calendar. And so a lot of games for the NBA fans, faithful.
Well, it's good because I've always said that this particular show, we will talk about a lot of other sports down to Formula 1, tennis, when the Roland Garros is back and the rest of other things, we'll talk about it. And you are sure of getting a premium information from Farouk Roy and Izu right here on this particular show. Guys, it seems it was last if this show should do end. Farouk, any last word from you?
Well, the last word is that
Especially starting with violence.
this last word, Roy, I beg, my 5K. I collect.
Why are you so sure?
I'm sure.
No, you see, don't worry.
I'm sure.
We have less than 72 hours for that to be decided.
Okay. But no go do transfer. Now this show you go do transfer. If you go do transfer, you say you don't see how.
Just be rest assured.
No,
Farouk
don't say fake alert do the.
Say Farouk no go chop that.
Okay. Any last word from you?
Well, I just want to plead with England and their FA and whoever that is in charge of VAR. Let this kind of controversy that ensued between Newcastle and Arsenal, let it not, destroy the image of the league. They should seriously work on it, and let's hope that subsequently something positive will come out. Let's just hope.
Wait, you go talk on. Okay, any last word from you?
My last question goes to Roy.
No, the question. Last word.
I want to tell you something. If VAR is the reason why we edge past Tottenham today, will you take it?
Will I do what? No, I'll condemn it.
If a VAR controversy is the reason why,
yeah, I'll condemn it.
You condemn it.
Like they always say, because they say, the common person from position put you inside. You call am connection. Person with the common. You don't know what it means. I don't hear me say, I am connected. It's connection that brought you there. Connection brought you there, but they carry person come out. So in the end, I think, like you always say, what goes around comes around. But I think we should stop using that, because people should start, for every decision you make, there should be consequences for it. You cannot just say this is what it is and you are also working freely right there. I feel that Premier League referees need to start answering a lot of questions, and maybe the punishment should be more. Maybe it's not just demoting them from 1 week to the championship, because for crying out loud, they are top players in championship as well. Imagine Anthony Taylor seeing Ian Acho, seeing Wilfred in the league. You get, so there are still some top. Like, carry them go League 2 or Saturn or Sunday League.
Maybe the ref against Accrington.
You get, me a crossbar, me the ball, hit your face. Say I want a real trenches with this. So, anyways, like we always say on this show, we support something nice. We always support right decisions, and whatever we say there, trust me, the best refereeing is what we support right here. Farouk might be bantering, but he also understands the fact that a decision that is costly can do a lot of damage.
Absolutely.
Apart from what the players, a lot of fans who can get involved and get themselves injured and the rest. So hopefully we hope that Premier League referees association will come together and maybe make the league a better one. We call it the most exciting league in the world. I don't think it's the best, but maybe the most exciting, and the excitement shouldn't stop. You making poor decision doesn't stop excitement. And that's what I'm telling Farouk as well. Making poor decision doesn't stop any excitement, but the excitement comes with what we are seeing, the quality on the field and the quality of play all around the field. My name is Ibukwan Luko, and until we meet same time again on this particular show, remain blessed. Bye-bye for now.